Hey guys, and welcome back to more Let's Play Master Detective Archives RainCode. In the last episode, we finished up, we finished up the final mystery outrun. You got me? Was anything? Fine. Now I'm time to use the emergency exit and our memories back, as well as and our password Shinigami.
Oh, hold on. Bye-bye, Master.
Thank you, Shinigami.
I'm not sad or anything. I'm used to being alone. And that solves everything. Doesn't it?
I've gotten that trainee detective to agree. The preparations are complete. Now, let's begin.
I'll be taking all your memories. You sure about this? I would think number one of the WDO could solve the case all on his own.
No. Where I'm going, that's not sufficient to make everyone happy. Besides, it's best to pack light for a journey.
You sound like someone about to commit suicide.
I'm signing a pact with a death god. It's basically the same as dying.
You're right about that. I mean, you'll be a different person when you wake up.
Look after me when I do. I know you won't be able to say much due to our pact, but please guide me on the path to becoming a detective. I'm putting my trust in you.
You really are crazy. Nobody should trust a death god with their life.
I have a feeling you and I will do well together.
You sure you're brave enough to be my partner? You're not gonna whine the whole time, are you? Well, since you've entrusted yourself to me, I'll be your mentor. I'll turn you from a little fledgling to a great detective.
I look forward to it.
Now, let's begin. Are you ready to give everything for the truth?
Yes, of course. And about what you asked earlier. I'm serious. I will show you a world where everyone is happy. Even if it's a different version of me, I promise I'll make it happen.
So you're fine with every part of the pact?
Yes, of course.
You better keep your end of the bargain. Even if you forget all about me. Cross your heart and hope to die, Master.
I like that. There you guys have it. That's the end of chapter 5. And then, I was gone. That's such a long chapter. I mean, pretty long. Alright, let's see our current game progress. The epilogue.
More rain. Same as always. Until recently, I despised this rain. I thought it was just dark and sad.
Kurumi!
But now I see it differently.
What happens to not dead?
It's a gentle rain, protecting us. A strange illusion appears when I look up at it. The rain isn't falling on me, but rather, I am ascending toward it. At least, that's how it feels. Well, I suppose that's enough sentimentality for today. Time to go shopping.
Epilogue, RainCode.
First, a new raincoat.
We get to play as Kurumi? Nice! I'll definitely take this.
Hi, Kurumi! I've got your order right here. Ta-da! Amaterasu Corporation's brand spanking new raincoat. It'll easily block out both rain and sunlight.
Thank you.
Wow! Amaterasu sure has changed. They're even making products for us now. Just a bit ago, they mainly exported stuff, so we never knew what they were making. But Mr. Makoto taking the helm of both Amaterasu and Kanai Ward really changed things.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nice to have a local business invested in our town's interests. Of course, I hope they keep exporting goods so that more money comes into Kanai Ward.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Makoto can handle it.
You got that right. Glory to the future of Kanai Ward. By the way, what's with the heavy bag? You going somewhere?
Yeah, something like that.
I see. Well, take care. Good rain to you.
Likewise. Good rain to you too. Next on the shopping list is... right, body cream. Excuse me. Do you have the body cream I ordered?
Of course. Here you go. Specialized body cream that'll protect you from harmful sunlight. It's perfect for us homunculi. It's perfect for us homunculi. I can't believe I'm getting used to saying that.
I never would have imagined. Oh well, that's life.
It was all so sudden. That day, Mr. Makoto startled all of us in Kanai Ward with that emergency broadcast. Seeing his face behind the mask was surprising enough. Who could have guessed we were all monstrous homunculi?
We're not monsters. We're just a little bit different from regular people.
Right, that's what Mr. Makoto said. Still, it's hard to accept it. And I'm not talking just about myself here. Everyone feels the same way.
For now, I think we should just take it slow. If we can accept things slowly, we can live our lives with more hope.
Right. We're immortal, after all. We've got plenty of time. Besides, we all made the decision together. After we voted on the referendum, we chose to follow Mr. Makoto. So yeah, like he said, we need to take it slow and live with hope.
Yeah, I think that's right. Okie dokie. Next is... Oh, right! I need to buy a map!
Okay, so where in Kanai Ward can you buy a map? Honestly, only in Kawasaki district. Whatever. So you go back above ground then? Going to be... Yeah. We'll go to the church. We're going to go to... over here. Where's she going to do the map?
Since then, the people in town have stopped eating meat buns. No one wants them anymore, now that we know what they're made of. I think that's a natural response. Our bodies may be artificial, but our hearts are still human.
Okay, so we need to go up then. This is my guess.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. How can I help?
Do you have what I ordered?
The map, right? You want the world map.
Yes, that's right.
Now that Kanai Ward is no longer isolated, I can order books from around the world. I'm so giddy about it that I can't help but read every one.
I understand. It's been a while since we were able to interact with anyone outside of the city.
There have been a lot of problems, but Mr. Makoto is handling the negotiations. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
It will be. Of course.
Mr. Makoto is so amazing. Even if it was decided by the referendum, He quickly ended our isolation and promised to negotiate with the unified government as well. Although he did say it was his way of atoning. He was ready to turn himself in, but we stopped him from doing so with that referendum. Honestly, he doesn't have to force himself to work so hard. It'd be awful if he ever collapsed from it all. Oh, but maybe homunculi don't get tired? I'm not sure myself.
Whatever the case, he better not overwork himself. He is Kanai Ward's leader, and leader of us homunculi.
You got that right. The coexistence between humanity and homunculi has just begun. Anyway, about that world map, what made you want to get it?
It's a secret. Sorry. It involves a high school girl's crush.
A crush, huh?
So the next up should be the last one. I must have my precious multi-pack of instant ramen.
Instant ramen. My girl. I think I know why Kurumi is getting all these things. It's because she wants to go find Yuma.
All the meat bun shops vanished from town, but ramen shops popped up in their place.
Oh, Kurumi!
Hi, you look busy.
I sure am, but busy is great for business. I need to go inspect the grand openings for our 3 brand new locations.
In a strange twist of fate, he appeared in Kanai Ward using his passion for cooking to develop ramen. Ultimately, he turned that ramen into something with all the nutrients a homunculus would need. And of course, it's super yummy, says everyone.
Fate can be such an enigma. Although I originally made a contract with him, I ended up following him here out of guilt. This city was a shock to my system at first, but I was able to open up the ramen shop of my dreams. So I think coming here was the right call. Seriously though, fate can be so strange.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, that's right. May I please have a multi-pack of instant ramen? For now, I need about a month's supply.
Huh? A month? Sure thing, but why do you need so much?
It's a secret.
She's blushing.
Thank you. You want to get a bite to eat while you're here?
No, I'm okay for today.
Alright then. Well, good rain to you.
Yeah, good rain to you too. That's it for the shopping. I've safely completed all my preparations. I should head to the Nocturnal Detective Agency. I better hurry or I won't make it in time.
Then just teleport there? No, we gotta walk there. Okay, fine. Do that way, RainCode. But I do wanna just like give you guys some contacts. So we'll do some Ghostly Gabs here with our boy Yako. Because we did go through the trouble of collecting them all. So might as well go through them.
I'm back! Huh? What happened?
Oh, Yuma. I'm done for.
Hey friends, enjoying the stream, playing through the epilogue of RainCode and doing some Ghostly Gabs with my boy Yako.
Yasuhiko and Halara got into a fight while gambling. You know how stubborn those two are. I tried to calm them down, but things got out of hand. I didn't know what to do. But then, Fubuki showed up. And she started shouting for them to quit fighting. She jumped right in.
Of course, Fubuki would do that.
Just descended into chaos.
I think I get the picture.
In the end, those two made up just so they wouldn't have to deal with this situation. They'll never listen to a thing I say. I'm not sure I can lead these monsters. Maybe I'm not cut out to be boss here.
That's not true. You're doing great, Chief.
Me? Great? What have I done that's great?
What? Well...
Do a choice.
How do I put this? I think everyone is able to smile thanks to you. Working under your supervision keeps everybody cheerful.
So I'm nothing better than a mood setter. If any of you bought a puppy, I'd be unemployed.
Now he's totally sulking.
No, what else is the Chief great at? Anyway, you're great!
What do you mean?
I don't have the right words, but I think you're great in your own way, Chief.
Sounds a bit forced. Still, thanks. All I needed was a good laugh to feel better about everything. Well then, I'll continue being the boss for now.
Looks like he finally cheered up.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that reminds me. There's something I want to ask you.
What's up?
It's about my memories. At this rate, I worry I won't remember anything. So I was hoping we could make, like, a mission plan, or at least a list of things I could try, to jog my memory.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but handling stuff like that is way out of my league.
Huh?
Never mind that. Feeling down got me hungry. Hey, did you buy a meat bun for me? I hope you didn't forget the mustard.
I know he's not a bad person, but still... Maybe he really isn't fit to be in charge.
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
Alright, so that was number 3. Number 2. I'm gonna do number 3 now.
Hey, Yuma, can I ask you for a favor?
Huh? What is it?
How do I put this?
Why the hesitancy? That's not like you, Chief.
Right. We're pals after all.
Yeah.
Then I'll say it. Well, will you lend me some money?
No.
Huh? Why? You said we're pals!
I did, but I don't have any money. You can't draw blood from a stone.
I heard kids these days have lots in savings.
Why do you even need any money? You should have more than I do.
Well, I've been drinking more recently, so my living expenses have been stretched thin.
Isn't that your own fault then?
Sheesh. My employees are so heartless. I wish some super profitable job would fall into my lap. If only I had a Master Detective's abilities, I could easily make some cash.
Yeah, I feel the same way. A Master Detective can make a ton of money if they use their powers for profit.
Right? I wonder why these guys just work as detectives. I don't understand it one bit.
Speaking of, you've met a bunch of Master Detectives, haven't you, Chief?
Hmm? Yeah, I sure have.
Have you seen any particularly amazing abilities? I I'm curious about what other kinds of master detectives are out there.
Amazing abilities, huh? Well, to me, they were all amazing, since I don't have any myself. But among them all, the one that really freaked me out was the ability to hear the culprit's inner voice.
Huh? Wouldn't that make them unstoppable as a detective?
Yeah, it's considered the all-time ace up the WDO sleeve. Seeing it with my own eyes sure made me feel depressed. Can I really call myself a detective when there's a monster like that doing this job?
You're right. It makes me feel unsure myself. In fact, it brings me down whenever I compare myself to everyone here.
There's no point in developing an inferiority complex just because you don't have any abilities. People just gotta play with the cards they're dealt. Even if you're dealt a terrible hand, sometimes, just sometimes, you can manifest the power of the Joker card.
But having no forte is like not even being dealt a hand.
That's not true. There's stuff you can do because you don't have one.
Is that really true?
Yeah, trust my many years of experience. I'm sure of it.
Well, do you have an example?
I think it's better you figure it out for yourself. Yeah? What do you think?
Think about it. What can you do without any abilities?
Slow and steady investigation? I can take my time doing the legwork.
That is something you can do without abilities, but it's also something you could do if you had them.
You're right. Then... is there anything I can do because I don't have abilities? I know how regular people feel?
Yeah, that's it. Although if you had the ability to read minds, you could understand people's feelings and use it for information. But you'd never be able to join them among the have-nots. To be the same as the vast majority of people is a powerful tool for a detective. That's why there's no need to feel down, even if you don't have any special powers.
Right, I'll keep that in mind. Chief, sometimes you say some really profound things.
Sometimes? What's that supposed to mean?
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
I like how Shinigami says like we've grown even closer. And it's just like no. Almost like Persona. Alright, last one with Yako. Then we'll move on to Halara and see what kind of nightmare she's gonna be with hers.
I guess you could say that. Chief, what made you want to become a detective?
Huh? That came out of nowhere.
I'd understand it if you had special powers like everyone else. But you're not like them. So I want to know what made you decide to be a detective.
I see. Well, you could say something encouraged me, but it's not very interesting. As a kid, I was basically Watson.
Like a detective's assistant?
Back in high school, I worked as a part-timer at a small detective agency. But obviously, I never got to do any exciting stuff like investigate murders. All I did was find lost pets and cheating spouses.
So exactly what the Nocturnal Detective Agency was doing before we showed up.
Yeah, that's right. But one time, I was involved in the real deal. I took part in an investigation of a murder case. Though I was a kid at the time, so I couldn't do much. The detective there was just some slovenly old guy, but he solved that case like Holmes would have. I sure looked up to him after that.
So that's why he strove to become a detective.
If I didn't have an admiration for detectives, or if I had never taken that part-time job at the agency, I wouldn't have become one.
Chief looks kinda sad.
With the orphan and kindness. Difficult to melt Yarka's heart. Do you regret it?
Do you regret it?
You mean regret being a detective?
Yeah. You looked real sad all of a sudden.
Well, I had to deal with a bunch of troublesome stuff after I became a detective. There have been times I wished I'd never taken this path. But there's also happiness I never would have experienced had I not become one. A lot of people I never would have met, too. Like you guys, for example.
Chief.
I know. Let's go out and eat sometime. You know, talking about the past sure made me want to drink. You should join me.
Does that mean you're buying?
You better hurry up and get ready before I leave you behind.
Why did you ignore my question? Well, after losing my memories, I'm glad it was everyone here I ended up meeting. Wait, the chief said he doesn't regret being a detective, but why did he look so sad? Maybe I misinterpreted.
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
Alright, so that's pretty much all the guns together I have with Yako. All I collected at least. Now for the one that I'm actually no excited to see. Halara. I can't. Oh, I want it. Oh no, I'm working on the right one selected. Alright, let's see. Halara has it.
Oh no, I got careless and ended up alone with Halara. I guess I should be the one to start the conversation. I'm the rookie, after all. But what do I say?
The only
Do
one.
you feel awkward?
Huh?
It's natural to strike up a conversation when two people are together. Such is the mundane way of the masses. You're overtaxing your tiny brain to do so, aren't you?
Well, sort of.
Then
Then how
Halara.
about you and I have a wager?
But I thought the chief said no more gambling.
The boss said it's forbidden, so you won't do it. You think I can be swayed by that sort of logic?
There goes Halara.
Gambling can nurture skills that every detective needs. I believe it will be to your benefit.
And what sort of skills are you talking about?
Instead of always asking for answers, why not figure it out for yourself for once?
Yeah, think.
A skill needed by detectives, which can be trained by gambling.
Okay, observation skills.
Observational skills?
That's right. Gambling isn't merely decided by coincidence. For example, in poker, you can study the cards already in play, as well as the expressions of dealers and players. You observe all that, make logical deductions, and commence battle. How about it? Wouldn't you agree those are the skills every detective needs?
I get what you're saying, but...
When are you going to stop nitpicking? After all you made me explain, you will have to play a match with me.
But there's no way I stand a chance against you.
Not to worry. We'll do a warm-up first, with nothing wagered. I'm not going to hustle a beginner straight off the bat.
Okay. Yes! I beat you!
It was just a game of heads or tails. But still, you show some promise.
Does that mean I have talent as a detective?
Yes, you can say that for sure. Now the real game begins. First, let's wager. I think we should start with 10,000 Xian.
Right. This isn't how it was supposed to go.
Of course.
Don't be foolish. I lost the warm-up so you'd feel that rush, and mistake your own skill level. It's rather obvious I did it on purpose. I let you get carried away and made you take a gamble against me.
That's terrible!
Aw, you got completely hustled. You picked the wrong detective to mess with.
I think that was a rather good learning experience. It's crucial for detectives to doubt other people's intentions, no matter the circumstances. I won't charge you interest for now, but you must tell me immediately when you've developed a payment plan.
Of course, Halara.
He's totally ruthless.
Master, you and Halara seem to have grown closer.
Of course, Halara's gonna say that. Everyone goes in debt to Halara at some point. I think that all Halara's memory fragments, so I'll do all of her guns she has, though.
You got some nerve stopping me. There'd better be a proper reason for this.
It's about something you mentioned. You developed post-cognition just 3 days after joining the World Detective Organization.
Yes, but I still had the gift of psychometry before I joined the WDO. What made you want to ask about it?
I can't help thinking about it. Do I really lack a forte?
You have that coalescence ability.
That's not exactly my ability. It's different, sorta. Anyway, I refuse to believe I don't have a real forte.
So you want to find out if you do?
Yes, that's right. I figured you'd be the most knowledgeable about fortes here. If I have any sort of ability, you may be able to help me remember it.
That's no good. There you go again, depending on others.
Very well. That'll be 100,000 Xian.
100,000?
Of course, Halara's gonna
Halara
start.
wouldn't do it for free, but it's worth it if it helps me remember my abilities.
Of course, Halara.
Alright. I'm a bit short at the moment, but I'll pay you back one day.
Good. It's a deal. I will provide you useful information as long as time permits. Now, let's start with the prerequisites. Master Detective abilities are often linked with original talents and dispositions. That is typically the case.
Linked with original talents?
Take, for example, a Master Detective who can hear the thoughts of others. Prior to awakening that ability, they excelled at imagining what other people were actually feeling. A Master Detective who can create electricity may have had a tendency to emit static charges before that. Oftentimes, you can catch glimpses of their power before their forte is realized. The prerequisite for my post-cognition was psychometry. I was practically born with it.
Halara, you already started with such an amazing ability. But how did you manage to get it in the first place?
It's hard to explain. Superior detectives like myself cannot be measured by a commoner's logic.
I see.
Anyway, this is about your ability. Once we figure out your strengths and talents, we could at least predict what your power may be. That is, if you have one to begin with.
My strengths?
It has to be what you know best. Think about it.
My strengths are... If I had to pick something, I'd say the will to never give up. At least, I think so.
You actually said it out loud yourself.
I see. The fact that you haven't given up on your search for an ability is proof enough of that. A tenacious heart that never gives up. An ability stemming from that. Perhaps it could have something to do with immortality.
Immortality?
That's nothing but my theory, though. Even death cannot defeat you. Wouldn't you say that embodies the concept of tenacity well?
That's true, but there's no way to verify if I am or not.
Incorrect. You just need to try dying once.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I was joking.
It's really hard to tell.
Well, that should do it. Time's up. I'll excuse myself here. Don't forget, you owe me 100,000 Xian.
Oh, wait! Alara's gone. I'm beginning to worry more about my debt than if I can remember my ability.
Master, you and Alara seem to have grown even closer.
Of course. Oh, my dad. To Halara. That to Halara. This should be the final one with Halara. Then we're gonna move on to Hiko. See what he has to say.
This is medicine for the soul.
What are you doing, Halara?
I could ask you the same thing.
The chief asked me to do some shopping. I just happened to see you, Halara. Why are you staring at cat pictures in the dark?
You were watching?
Wow, you really were looking at cat photos.
Of course.
That was a bluff? You of all people?
No. But I have seen you looking at cat photos before. Do you own a cat or something?
No, this is just a photo of a cute cat. I find it calming, so I carry it with me.
Oh, really?
What? You look like you have something to say.
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just happy to see a human side of you. I didn't expect you to be a cat lover.
That's not surprising. I know full well it doesn't fit my image, so I hide my affection for cats. I hope you understand you are not to tell anyone about this.
Right, I won't. But why do you like cats so much?
It's none of your concern.
But you don't want me to tell anyone, right?
Is that a threat? You're really threatening me?
No, that's not what I meant.
You've grown braver since the day I met you. The reason why I like cats isn't a simple subject. What do you think is the best thing about cats?
Huh? The best thing?
Their freedom?
How free they are?
It's true that cats are free to do as they please. Cats behave freely with elegance. You could say they embody freedom. There are some who would call them selfish, but those words don't hold weight. Those who criticize cats are nothing but marionettes shaped like humans.
I see.
But the freedom-loving nature of cats being their most charming quality is still debatable.
I've never seen Halara contemplate something so seriously. What's the best thing about cats? Their most charming quality. It's hard to choose.
That's it, yours.
Yes, exactly.
Huh?
There is no way to determine a cat's single greatest trait. The elements that comprise cats, the information they emit, all are equally valuable.
I see.
Moreover, I can list every charming quality cats have and discuss them in extreme detail.
Oh, Halara.
Let's begin with the obvious topics. For example, their fragrance.
This is bad. It's going into super obsessive territory. Maybe Halara is happy to finally talk to someone about cats, since this side is usually hidden.
You need to stop this soon, otherwise it'll never end.
If you like cats so much, have you ever wanted to own one yourself?
That's...
Huh? What's wrong?
I'm allergic to cats.
Oh.
For some reason, whenever I touch a cat, my skin becomes itchy. I've tried several times and it always happens. Jeez. Who made me this way?
I see. It's a shame Halara is allergic to cats. To think our Master Detective has this sort of weakness, I can't help but feel sympathetic.
Master, you and Halara seem to have grown even closer.
Okay, that's all the memory fragments I have with Halara. I kind of want to get these Gumshoe guys done right now. That way we don't need to do them later. Now on with the biggest pervert, all of them. Suzuhiko. Let's do it. Let's Suzuhiko. Suzuhiko Thunderbolt. Let's see what he has to say. We got a bunch of them too, so we'll go through all of them.
Such an over-exaggerated sigh. What's wrong?
Jeez. Why did you have to be a dude?
Huh? That was unexpected.
I had such high hopes, you know. When the chief said he was bringing one more in, I was hoping for a bright young cutie. And as she saw my incredible heroic feats, little by little, we'd fall in love. It had blossomed into a secret inter-office romance. Oh, nice and sexy. But instead, the chief brought in some dirty kid with amnesia. All my high hopes were for nothing.
You're pretty much a little kid yourself.
Tetsuhiko, you have no one to blame but yourself for that.
What? As a dude, anyone would have some hope.
As a dude.
That's how dudes are. It's as common as not washing your hands after using the bathroom.
But I wash my hands.
Ugh. I hate this. You toyed with my innocent heart.
Huh? Wait, you're seriously sulking about this?
Why would I not be serious about this? I'm dead serious in my sulking.
This is a bit much. I thought he was half joking. I didn't think he was completely serious.
He'll be a pain in the ass if he keeps on like this. Maybe you should do something to cheer him up.
But what should I do? You know, I don't think it's a good idea to get into a relationship with someone from work to begin with.
What? Come on, get off your high horse already.
Well, dating in the workplace is one thing, but I also think you're not fit to be in any relationship.
Of course.
What? No one knows how girls think better than me. Do you know how much I think about girls every single day?
That's not what I meant. Desuhiko, I don't know if a ladies' man like yourself could remain in a relationship with just one girl. So I figured you should refrain from that stuff, you know?
Huh?
Considering how attractive you are, I'm sure you're better off having lots of fans. I think it fits you way better anyway. Did it work?
Did it work?
Yeah, I see. Now that you mention it, maybe you're right. I'm not that kind of guy, but I totally get that you'd see me that way. You know what? You're a good kid. Hey, let me know if the others pick on you. I'll come to your rescue.
Sure, thanks. Oh, I guess we sorted that out. But I wonder if I can really get along with him.
Master, you and Desuhiko seem to have grown closer.
Of course, the Diego was hoping for a girl to join the intelligence and not Yuma. Oh my god, I love these gumshoe guys. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys like them? Wait, was Yako? Supposed to be...
Back! Huh? Are you here alone, Chief?
Yeah, Halara and Desuhiko were here a bit ago. When I got here, they just up and left. I'm sure they're gambling again. Never mind them. Yuma?
Yes? What is it?
What do you think of Desuhiko?
Why do you ask?
No reason. I'm curious about what you think of him. It's no big deal or anything. I just want to know.
Why would you even wonder about it?
Don't sweat the details. Just tell me what you think of Desuhiko.
What I think of Desuhiko?
Well, one, he's a fur.
He tends to clown around sometimes.
Clown?
He gets easily carried away with stuff. His tendency to not take things seriously might be off-putting to some people.
So that's how you feel.
Wait a minute. That reaction... I misspoke. To tell you the truth, I think he's been a great mentor to me here at the agency. He's easy to talk to, and he's considerate in subtle ways. He's rather kind-hearted, too.
Oh, I see. What else?
His reaction. Now I know for sure. You're Desuhiko, aren't you?
Huh? You knew? That's no fun at all.
I knew it.
So that's the thing. That's
You're pretty good at seeing through my disguise.
the thing on the
I
skies.
wouldn't have known if you hadn't given yourself away. But why are you in disguise anyway?
Huh? You still don't realize it? I was testing you.
Testing?
That's a test to see if you're worthy of being my apprentice.
An apprentice? My
concluding this impartial examination. Congratulations, you passed! Feel free to weep with joy. I'll be taking you under my wing.
Huh? But I didn't... Why do you want me to be your apprentice?
There's only one reason. It'll make me look more like a star. In fact, it's a requirement for stardom.
It is?
Yep, there's no mistake about it. Anyway, from here on out, I need you to work hard.
Tetsuhiko's apprentice. I don't get how that makes him look like a star, but I suppose it wouldn't be all that bad. It could be educational for me to learn from a detective firsthand. It might even help me remember my powers.
You actually want to do this?
Alright, I don't mind being your apprentice, Tetsuhiko. It'll help me learn how to be a detective, too.
Huh? You thought I meant it as a detective thing?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I was gonna train you to become a star. Not the ABCs of being a detective, but how to ooze charisma and charm. Stuff like that.
So Zico just
Give
like
it
0
6
res.
months. With my training, you'll shine half as bright as me.
Half?
If that's the case, I think I'll pass.
Huh? You sure? You'll never get another chance like this.
Yeah, but I think it's too good for me.
Really? Yeah, okay then.
Master, you and Tetsuhiko seem to have grown even closer.
Of course, there you go. Dude, all these Gonshu guys make me laugh. I know the one's gonna make me laugh the most. And that's gonna be Fubuki. That's gonna be Fubuki. Fubuki's gonna make me laugh the most. I know, I just know that Fubuki's gonna make me laugh.
Tetsuhiko took me to a rooftop.
Being so high up feels fantastic. Makes you feel alive.
So, why'd you call me up here?
But didn't I tell you why?
No, you told me to shut up and follow along.
Sorry about that. I totally forgot. I love the view from here, so I wanted to share it with you, my man.
The view? Well, I guess it's not so bad, but it isn't exactly exciting either.
Yeah, it's not the best view in the world or anything. The reason why I love it up here is because it helps me envision my mission of becoming a star.
Your mission?
Yep. It's to completely capture the hearts of all the people I can see from here. If I can't charm them all, then who am I to say I'm a star, you know?
I suppose that's normal to expect from a star, yeah?
Totally. A real star could charm 100 or even 1,000 times more people.
Speaking of which, I've been wondering, why do you want to be both a star and a detective at the same time?
Huh? Where did that come from?
Well, I figured detective work is done in the shadows, but a star kinda has to stand out and shine. I just thought it's a weird combination.
I see. Well, I was planning on writing about it in my autobiography. But why not? I'll let you in on a little secret, my man.
I have the feeling he was itching to talk about it.
So, the reason why I'm both a detective and a star. I should start with why I became a detective in the first place. Here's why. I had the talent for it.
Huh? That's rather short.
Yep, I've been handy since I was a kid. I was especially good at disguising myself. When I realized that'd make a good detective, it was smooth sailing from there.
But you didn't learn how to disguise yourself in school. How did you know you were good at it?
You might not believe it, but I was a pretty gloomy kid with some real self-esteem issues.
What, you? Really?
I always wanted to become someone else, so I started making disguises. Though I figured I had the talent for it, I was surprised to see how well it went.
You as a gloomy kid? I can't even imagine it.
I say that, but it was honestly just the angst of growing up, that sort of stuff. It's not like I had a terrible past or anything, so don't worry about it.
I get why you became a detective, but why do you also want to be a star?
Well, this all started while I was still training at the WDO. I was undercover as the singer of a band at a concert. At the time, I wasn't interested in becoming a star or anything, but when I stood on stage, it was,
Huh? What's wrong?
amazing! Oh, it felt so good!
Oh, you weren't done.
On that day, I decided to become a star. So I thought, next time, it'll be my own skills that get me up here.
Well, he's free to dream whatever he wants.
But you didn't quit being a detective to chase after your dream of becoming a star.
Of course not, though the idea did cross my mind. But then I realized something. There's no need to choose. I can be both. A star gets everything he wants out of life.
That's a very Desuhiko thing to say.
But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I was getting barely any sleep, training as a star and working as a detective at the same time.
What kind of training?
You know, the usual. Singing, dancing, and... Anyway, my man, what do you think is most important about being a star?
Huh? What the heck is he talking about now?
I wonder what it could be.
A winning smile?
Maybe a winning smile?
It's true that a star smile is a great weapon. As a matter of fact, my smile is destructively charming.
Right.
But that's just one weapon in your arsenal, and not totally necessary. What's most important for a star is obvious.
What's most important for a star?
Rez.
Your aura?
Nice, you get it. A real star is enveloped by a special aura, all day, every day. Anyone can tell from just a glance. That's why I was willing to sacrifice my sleep to develop that aura.
Training to develop an aura sounds kinda like something out of a comic book.
Day after day, I trained as both a detective and a star. Looking back now, it sure was tough. But thanks to that, I've become a superstar detective. All that's left is for the world to realize my charm.
I see.
Hey, what's with that reaction? After everything I've shared, nothing?
It's not as though I'm uninterested or anything. I was honestly impressed.
Huh?
If I had two things I wanted to be, I would have to give up on one of them. I think you're cool for not giving up on either of them, Desuhiko.
Really? Yeah, I knew it. That's the reaction I was expecting. All right, if that's the case, you're gonna be my apprentice, right? There's currently a special promotion where I'll put 20% more effort into teaching you how to sing and dance.
I think I'll pass on that.
Master, you and Tetsuhiko seem to have grown even closer.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to sing and dance. Alright, last one. At the Tetsuhiko. Then we're gonna move on to our favorite character ever, Fubuki. Last one with Tetsuhiko, then we'll do Fubuki. And Fubuki's the one I guess we collected the least for. I can't believe that.
Boy, I'm stuffed.
Yeah, me too.
Well, now that we ate our fill, how about we have a little chat, man to man?
Huh? You wanna talk?
When two guys eat together, they have a man-to-man talk.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, that's just how it is. Keep it in mind. How are things going between you and Kurumi?
There's nothing between us. We're not like that, and I don't have any feelings of the sort to begin with. Even if I did, it's not like Kurumi feels the same way for me.
Oh, come on, man. You're not being honest with yourself.
Master, you're better off just the way you are. You have me, after all.
What about you, Tetsuhiko? Do you have somebody in your life?
Who do you think you're talking to? Of course I do. I've got tons of girls hitting on me.
Really?
Yeah. There's the girl at the shop near the station. She purposely touches my hand whenever she hands me change.
No, she
And
doesn't.
whenever the cashier lady looks at me, I can see the lust in her eyes.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah, there's also that schoolgirl who blushes at the sight of me.
No, she doesn't.
Jeez, he is so full of himself.
Thank you.
Man, I have so many options. I don't know who to choose.
You say that, but what type of girl do you like anyway?
My type?
Judging from what you've told me, the ages of these women seem to be all over the place. It almost sounds like you don't care who they are as long as they're women.
Well, it's not like it can be just anybody. But I have no strong preference when it comes to body type, nationality, or personality.
So basically, he's saying it could be anyone.
But there are women I'm no good with.
Like who?
Ladies with heavy northern accents.
That's oddly specific. Did you have a bad experience in the past?
It was during my first mission for the WDL. Someone couldn't make it last second, so I was called in to provide security for a certain woman. And she was very, very sexy.
Huh?
She was stunningly beautiful and constantly hit on me.
I don't know, please.
But
He suddenly went quiet. She was so sexy, but what? What could it be?
Total freak.
Perhaps she was a total freak?
no, I didn't get that impression. Besides, I love freaks.
Oh, you do? Then... was it because you couldn't do anything?
Yeah, she was super sexy and super beautiful.
I can't, no,
She
please.
was coming on to me, but I couldn't do anything. I was so nervous I completely froze up. A mistake of youth, but one I'll never make again. That whole experience was pretty traumatic for me, so now I'm no good with women who have a northern accent.
I see.
This goes without saying, but you better not tell anyone.
Right. I won't tell anyone if you don't want me to. But is it really that embarrassing? To be honest, I was kinda underwhelmed by it.
Huh? Nothing is more embarrassing than that! What kind of store doesn't take that opportunity? Gah! If I could go back in time, I'd perform an aerial double slap combo on my past self!
Okay. But why did you tell me something so important?
Because you're my man. That means I don't hide secrets from you. It's a rule of mine.
Master, he's like a puppy eager to please.
Gotcha. I promise I won't tell anyone.
Then it's a promise, my man.
I don't think there's anything embarrassing about Desuhiko's story. But I'm happy he shared something about himself that he's ashamed of.
Master, you and Desuhiko seem to have grown even closer.
Yeah, she comes to the gun. She guys, Shinigami wants to say like you and this person have formed the ultimate bond. But honestly, we've formed pretty much ultimate bonds with pretty much everyone. Now time to go with my favorite character, Suzuki. And 3 memory shards to go through with Suzuki. I cannot wait to see how Suzuki. Suzuki's my favorite character all RainCode. She's my favorite.
This is the first time we have been alone at the agency, Yuma.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. I know. How about I make you some coffee?
No, Yuma.
Or would you prefer some tea instead?
Don't. You can't cook.
Which is which again?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
How to put this? One is dark and the other a bit pale. Which is coffee and which is tea again?
What? Anyway, the darker one is coffee.
Oh, it is? Now that you mention it, that sounds right. However, this is quite troubling. There are far too many moments in my life where I cannot tell things apart. Just like with coffee and tea, I cannot tell the difference between an elevator and escalator.
Oh my god.
Or left and right. Or the day after tomorrow and the day before yesterday. I cannot differentiate many things.
That sounds rough.
Oh, there is more. Until recently, I thought paying reparations meant you were paying a repairman.
Oh my god. Not your favorite person. Got it. Oh my god. Dude, this is why I actually went to do Suzuki's at the end. This is why I actually went to do pretty much all Gumshoe guys at the end. Because I needed his laugh. Dude, that just got me in a good mood now.
That's a new one.
She's such an airhead. I'm surprised she's managed to survive for so long.
Alright, Shinigami, lay off.
Fubuki, have your misunderstandings ever gotten you into trouble?
Trouble. I suppose when all is said and done, I have managed fairly well. Oh, there was one thing.
Really? If you don't mind, can you tell me about it?
Yes, of course. Back when I was around 10 years old. In the neighborhood where my mansion is located, a rumor was spreading about a high school student who could fly. I hoped it was true and wished to meet him, so I went for a visit. However, he could not in truth fly, but was rather considered something called a flight risk.
At this point, it sounds like a comedy skit.
Oh, well, it gets worse. He was more than a mere delinquent. People considered him an extremist. Upon discovering I was the daughter of the Clockford family, he kidnapped me and barricaded us away.
Barricaded?
Yes. He demanded the government revise the Constitution if they wished me to be returned safely.
So, what happened after that?
It was quite a while back, so I cannot really remember. In the end, the laws were changed a bit, and I was released.
The laws were... what? It makes sense a master detective, or rather a member of the Clockford family, would have such ridiculous stories. Being unable to tell coffee and tea apart should have been the least of my worries.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown closer.
Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. Next. Let's see what this one is. Also, I'm trying to do all this right now, so no, just log, because I guess I'm trying to wait.
Thank you kindly for keeping me company today.
The sparkles! The sparkles! The sparkles, dude, the sparkles.
Because of you, Yuma, I have experienced takoyaki for the very first time.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm surprised you wanted to try some in the first place.
Oh? Why is that surprising? Could it be that my face resembles takoyaki, so you believe I am a cannibal?
That's not at all what I'm saying. You don't look anything like takoyaki anyway. It's just that you grew up like a princess. You even got kidnapped because of it. That's why I didn't expect you to want to try takoyaki.
And Tatsuhiko calls you princess as well.
So that is what you meant. But I am not as high class as you might think. My daily life is rather ordinary.
I sincerely doubt it.
I'm not sure who voices Fubuki.
Is that so?
But whoever does.
It truly felt plain to my eyes.
Well then, can I ask you a few questions? It helped me get an idea of what it was like for you growing up.
Very well, if that is what is required to satisfy you. You can ask me anything, including my measurements or the password to my bank account.
No, I don't need to ask about those. Anyway, to start off, how many rooms did your home have?
How many rooms? I never really considered it. First the kitchens. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am beginning to grow confused. My apologies. I am not very good at counting such large numbers.
Oh my...
No, that's more than enough for me. There's really no point in asking any more questions. But this is getting kinda... fun. Next up, what sort of car did your parents own?
Their car? Unfortunately, there were no cars at our home.
Huh? That's hard to believe. Do you know what cars are? They have 4 wheels and move on roads.
Yes, I have seen them around the city. But none of those tiny cute mobile huts were anywhere near my home.
Mobile huts? I'm guessing the cars at Fubuki's place are on a completely different scale. Okay, last one. What's the most expensive gift you've ever received?
A gift? Well, I am unsure how expensive it was, but the one that made me happiest was when I went with my family to look at the stars.
Huh? Stars?
That's nothing
On my
expensive at all.
My father told me a star would shine especially bright. I watched it with my mother and father. That time spent together was the greatest gift I have ever received.
That's like nothing.
My parents are such busy people. I rarely saw them as a child. Oh? Is something wrong?
After asking so many petty questions, I feel real ashamed of myself. Even if you are rich, you're still you.
I am myself? That is true, I suppose. But Yuma, what sort of person do you think I am?
What do I think of Fubuki? Well, that's simple.
Honest?
You're honest. You may be rich and ditzy, among other things. But the foundation of who you are is your honesty.
Well, I am not sure I would say I am honest myself, but it makes me happy to hear you say it.
You're honest. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said the time spent stargazing with your parents was your favorite gift.
Oh, that reminds me. After we looked at the star, my father purchased it for me. I am unsure how expensive that may have been, but I am certain that is the biggest gift I have ever received.
The sparkles, dude. The sparkles around her eyes. Ellen, this makes me... Let's see. Yeah, that fixed up on camera. Just in case you're that fixed up on camera.
Considering how honestly surprised I am by all this, I must have been a lowly commoner before losing my memories.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Alright. We got one more Fubuki. One more Fubuki. Actually glad I went out of my way to actually collect these. Wait, last time the business district? No car. And I can only imagine. I can only imagine what those would be. This is the last one.
Thank you so much for spending time with me today. That was a splendid adventure.
That's a little much. We were just out for a walk.
Nonsense. Even if this was an ordinary walk for you, it was a proper adventure for me. This was also my first time using a vending machine and witnessing stray mice.
I see. Fubuki really has lived a sheltered life. Even everyday things are exciting for her.
I wonder if all her so-called adventures are like this.
Fubuki, you said you're an adventure detective, right? What kind of adventures have you gone on?
Do you mean what they were like?
Yeah. Would you mind sharing any that left a strong impression on you?
Well, the major one was the first time I explored what is known as a supermarket. No, it is far too early for you to appear bored already. Did you know? These supermarkets have hundreds, even thousands of different items lining their shelves. And yet all the employees there appear to know exactly where each one is located. I cannot begin to imagine the sort of training they had to undertake to obtain such a skill. Based on my findings, I suspect that supermarket employees have abnormally developed sections of their brains. Well, is that not exciting?
Sorry. I don't think supermarkets are exciting at all.
I see. I knew it! One time, I was undercover while investigating a tribe of nudists in the Amazon when they saw through my disguise.
What? That really happened?
Of course. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It just surprised me. That sounds like a real adventure.
I see. So that is what an adventure is to you, Yuma. How educational.
Wait, you were undercover in a nudist tribe and got caught? What about your underwear?
Huh? What do you mean?
Never mind, it's nothing. I shouldn't have asked. Were you all right? Were you in any danger?
I was fine. The nudists were kind-hearted. Even though they caught me, they treated me very well. And they said that even if I was investigating them, displaying our naked bodies to one another meant we were all family.
Naked bodies?
One
Nice
thing.
of them. Fubuki really thinks a trip to the supermarket and visiting a naked tribe in the Amazon are on the same level. Everything about her makes zero sense to me.
Master, you and Fubuki seem to have grown even closer.
Yeah, okay, the stream's gone on for an hour, but doesn't matter. Honestly, we're just enjoying time with the country guys that we have. Last one is Vivia, and then that's it. Then we'll continue on the story. I want to do Vivia just so we can get this out of the way, because honestly we haven't done country guys the entire game, so might as well.
Whew, finally finished a bunch of chores. Maybe I should go make some coffee.
Sorry. I had some soot in my nose.
Well, you hang on the fireplace all the time, Vivia, so that would make sense.
I was here the whole time.
You could have at least said you were there. You scared me.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'll start doing that next time.
I don't mind, so please do.
Yuma, you're too kind. You never mind talking to me.
You know, I wonder why he always crawls into cramped spaces like that.
You find it calming in there, right? But wouldn't you be better off on a couch or bed?
If comfort level must be quantified in terms of the physical strain on your body, then yes. But this reminds me of something.
Reminds you of what?
Well, what do you think?
What Vivia remembers when he's inside the fireplace.
That's a good memory.
Is it a good memory?
Yes, that's correct. When I was young, my parents would always discipline me by locking me in the storage room. When I'm in here, I can relive those memories.
Why?
Huh? They don't sound like nice memories if you were locked in there.
Lost the story.
That seems pretty traumatic to me.
No, those are good memories for me.
You
I
lost
have
the
many
storage
brothers.
room, bro.
We all yearned for our parents' love. So, no matter what shape or form it took, I was happy when my parents paid attention to me.
So I locked you in a storage room, Vivia.
See.
I know. How about you join me, Yuma? Once you get used to the back pain, it's actually not so bad in here.
No, I think I'll pass.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown closer.
Vivia, bro. locking you in a storage room is not the way it's not the way to get love from your parents. That's a way of being a masochist, of being a loner. That's a way of punishment.
I'm starting to get used to being alone with Vivia. Knowing who he is, this silence isn't really so awkward anymore. We don't have to force a conversation to break the silence, which makes it easier to be around him than the others.
I want to die someday.
Heard that, no.
Huh? That's awfully sudden.
Oh, did I think out loud again?
You sure did.
Sorry about that. Guess I surprised you. I'll be careful not to think out loud next time.
You're free to say what you want, but it sounds really concerning. And I've been wondering, what do you mean by someday?
What do you want to know?
Well, all people die eventually. I suppose I'm wondering if you want to die sooner. Saying someday makes it sound like you can't die. Wait, is that what it is? You can't die? That explains why you'd say something so strange.
Huh? He's undead?
That's a wonderful deduction.
I guess I'm wrong, though.
Well, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
Being unable to die sounds like it's straight out of a story. So romantic. Yuma, what would you do if you gained everlasting life?
What would I do if I lived forever? I'd like to talk to people from all over the world. There's a limit to how many people you can meet in a lifetime. But it'd be a different story if you lived forever.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Although, after a certain number, you begin to notice patterns. So, it'd eventually grow boring. Anything else?
What else? If I had everlasting life, what would I want to do? I can't think of anything in particular.
That was quick.
Huh? Quick?
There is no end to human greed. Some people think that, but it's not true whatsoever. Everything comes to an end, just like how you couldn't think of anything else you'd want.
I think I just meant I didn't have any good ideas right now.
Someday, greed will end. Just like you would die before your greed could be satiated. Humanity too has a lifespan.
Uh-huh.
If you were to live forever, you'd see how tough life can be. It may be fun at the beginning, but eventually, I'm certain you wouldn't desire anything else. And once you were bored of everything, you'd reach the same conclusion all others would. That you hope to die someday. The moment you lose all desire, your final desire for death would be born. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
Does it? But wait. Vivia, by that logic, doesn't your desire to die mean you're immortal?
You're free to think what you want.
That's not an answer.
It's enough for today. I need to go back to my world of books.
Did he just give me the runaround? Or is he always like this? I can't tell. I wonder if I'll understand him better someday.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown even closer.
Alright, so that's alright, last one with Livia, then we're gonna move on.
Vivia? I was thinking of making some coffee. Would you like some?
Coffee would be nice, but there is a much greater problem.
What problem?
The large beast dwelling inside me is roaring louder than ever. No human could defeat the beast.
What are you talking about?
We can either grant its wish and coexist, or be consumed by it. Those are our only options now. Right now, it is about to crush my heart, for I have ignored its desires.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Please, help me.
Help you with what? Even if I ask him, he probably won't tell me anyway.
I guess you have to figure it out for yourself.
The beast from within is about to crush his heart because he has ignored its desires for too long. What Vivi is trying to say is... You have a headache?
No. Even after all I've said, you still don't understand.
You haven't really told me anything. What Vivi is trying to say is... Could it be that you're hungry?
Yes. If I had to phrase it another way, I suppose that's it.
You could have just told me that.
I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I can't take another step. I would deeply appreciate it if you brought me some bread or something. Thank you, Yuma. You saved me.
It's fine, but why didn't you eat anything? Not eating for a full day can't be good for your health.
So you want to know why? Let's take, for example, how many would want to try climbing a tall mountain range after first seeing it? However, very few would actually put that desire into action. Do you understand?
Not at all.
Well, that's fine. I don't mind.
But I do! Vivia won't tell me, so I should just figure it out again. I need to figure out why people don't go climbing mountains, to understand why he didn't eat yesterday.
Jeez, this guy is way too much trouble.
People don't climb mountains even if they want to, because... Is it a lack of confidence?
You think I don't eat because of that? Are you talking about my appearance? I'm not particularly self-conscious about that.
I guess that was wrong. People don't climb mountains even if they want to because... Because it's too much trouble?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
You felt it was too much trouble so you didn't eat for a whole day? Could you be any lazier? You know, Vivia, do you get theatrical like this on purpose whenever you don't want to talk about something?
Do I? We are all Rosso Ponsan. And it's only once you realize it that you...
You're doing it again!
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown even closer.
I suppose we have. Anyway, that's all the country guests we have. Hang on, for streaming. Hour and 40 minutes. Alright, we'll continue forward with the main story. Let's head back to the detective agency. Let's head back to the Master Detectives. Higo, Halara, Fubuki, they're all here.
Let's get going.
Can't believe we're saying goodbye to this place. After all is said and done, I'm gonna miss it.
We've shared many memories here. But departure is just the start of a new adventure. Be sure not to forget anything before we set sail.
Hey, Princess! Your suitcase? You've already forgotten something.
Oh, so true. Hey everyone! You're all still here! I'm glad I made it in time.
Kurumi! You came to see us off? Where are the others? Are any of my fans with you?
No, it's just me.
Huh? Oh, maybe they were too shy to come along.
Where's Vivia?
Wait, where's Vivia? Vivia?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Hey, Kurumi. I figured if I stayed inside a suitcase, someone would carry me. Long trips are exhausting. All journeys can be life-threatening. There is no peace or quiet.
You never change, Vivia.
The Vivia was inside a suitcase then.
Wow. You all really are leaving, huh?
After that incident, we stayed at the agency to monitor what would happen. But our work here is done. The city will be fine.
Yeah, it's time we stepped off the stage. A bunch of detectives just sticking around isn't a great look.
That's not true. Detectives are heroes to me.
Kanai Ward is free. If you ever need us, we shall fly to your aid.
I've spoken to Makoto as well. If Kanai Ward ever needs detectives, he can call us anytime. Halara Nightmare will be at his service. Obviously, I don't work for cheap.
Or
So, where will you go now?
For now, we're heading back to WDO headquarters. We don't know what'll happen after that. I'm sure we'll be dispatched to some other job. The World Detective Organization can be such slave drivers.
I thought WDO headquarters was bombed in that terrorist attack.
Oh, come on! How many times do I have to explain it to you? The explosion footage we saw was all a sham!
A sham? So, it never really happened? Why would anyone do such a thing? For what purpose?
It was all done by Makoto. It wasn't the only thing he fabricated. He made it look like we died too. He prepared clothes identical to our outfits, and also found skeletons similar to our body types.
Yeah, I thought everyone was dead.
I can't believe you got duped like that, Kurumi. Nothing can kill us.
There were letters written by everyone, and I was told it looked like your handwriting.
I hear that was thanks to Makoto's coalescence. Fortes are indeed formidable.
I would expect nothing less of number one's homunculus.
Homunculus?
Why don't you get it? How many times do I have to explain everything?
My apologies. My mind has been in a haze ever since we inhaled that white smoke.
Do you even know how long ago that was?
After you were knocked out, you all woke up on the top floor of Kanai Tower, right?
Yeah, it was Makoto's room. We were trapped in there. While we were locked up, the final battle took place.
Kurumi, you were there, right?
Yes. But only for half of it, really.
To think this was all for the final showdown. It was nothing but a ploy by Makoto to lure Yuma here, who took the lead role.
Jeez. It's all so unbelievable.
Then again, almost everything in this city is too.
Yet, what I still struggle to comprehend is that Yuma was number one of the WDO.
Right. Even I didn't realize it.
Who would have thought my man is the top detective of the WDO?
Former top detective. He already left the organization.
It is such a waste for him to simply discard his position as number one.
His letter of resignation was submitted before he lost his memories. He had hoped that by quitting, he could bring change to the organization. In this new era, a detective must follow their own creed to solve each case.
He took the first steps to make that reality happen. I think it's commendable. Maybe I should quit too. Work as a detective is getting more and more exhausting.
You were so quick to call it quits.
But where did Yuma, I mean the former number one, go?
I think it's fine to call him Yuma. It feels better that way.
He vanished without a word. I have no idea where he could be.
Kurumi, I'm sure you're worried too.
Huh? I'm not sure if worried is exactly the right word. There's something I want to say to everyone.
You're going to find him, right?
Huh?
It doesn't take a detective to notice the giant backpack you're carrying.
Kurumi, are you really going to try to find Yuma?
Do you know where he went?
You still want to go?
I haven't said goodbye yet. Actually, I refuse to say goodbye. I had a lot of fun spending time with Yuma. I've always admired detectives, and investigating with one was like a dream come true. That's why I want to be with him. Even if he's different now, Yuma will always be Yuma.
Come on. If you're gonna confess you love him, just tell him.
Huh? No! That's not what I meant! Besides, I've always wanted to take a trip. It's why I got permission from Mr. Makoto to travel. It'll be fine. I'm sure I can find him. Never underestimate my abilities as an informant. Right. I believe you can do it, Kurumi.
A master detective and former number one of the WDO. And a homunculus informant. Yeah, I think you two would make a great team.
Well, Come on, we should get going already. Since he quit, the WDO is in a state of chaos. Number One's position is still vacant. An election to decide the next Number One will be held among the detectives soon. We need to hurry home.
Maybe I'll nominate myself. Hey, why are you sighing?
If you find Yuma, give him my regards. Also, tell him I'm still waiting for him to pay up.
Right. Bye, Halara. I'll see you again soon.
Kurumi, if you ever decide to ditch Yuma for me, give me a call anytime. When you do, I hope you'll introduce me to your friends too. And even your friends' friends. See ya. Bye, Kurumi! Let's meet again in our dreams.
Thanks for everything, Tetsuhiko. It is so hard to say farewell, but all adventures involve such partings. Well then, I must continue my own adventure. Please take care of yourself, Kurumi. And of course, I must thank the chief as well. With all my heart, farewell, everyone. Fubuki, I hope to see you somewhere out there in the world.
Damn. No one's gonna carry me. Great. Walking is way too much effort. It was rather comfortable in there. I know this may sound like a bad joke, given what you are, but I want to die someday.
Please take care, Vivia! Everyone is gone. Yuma, I won't give up. Okay. I better get going too. Chief Yako, thank you so much. I met so many people and learned an important truth. It's all thanks to this detective agency. I'm really, truly grateful.
Dear Kurumi, I'm sorry for suddenly disappearing on you. I thought I should take a little trip. From here on out, I intend to travel the world. There are still cities everywhere in need of detectives. I want to eradicate all unsolved mysteries from this world and bring happiness to everyone. So, I have to go. This is my dream. And also, an important promise I made to someone. In the meantime, I want you to hold on to this book for me. Someday, once I'm finished, I'll come back for it.
Someday, he says. I may be immortal, but I'm not that patient.
Kirby? Cute. Kirby, definitely a cutie. And there you guys have it. That is the finale of Master Detective Archives RainCode. What a phenomenal game. Now, honestly, I do want to give my closing thoughts on the game. It was a journey that I enjoyed doing. Honestly, half of it was not in some parts, but honestly, dialogue, voice acting, everything was stellar. I enjoyed every single part of it. Halara, Suzuhiko, Nubia, Fubuki, Harumi, all of them were absolutely stellar characters. I enjoyed every second spending time with each of those characters. And of course, the developers of the rest of the game, Cartoon Shop, did a great job. Kodaka, too. Honestly, I gotta say, definitely one of my favorite games I ever played. Let's see what else I can say about this game. The dialogue is absolutely hilarious when translated from Japanese to English. Some of the scenarios were a little bit difficult to figure out, but honestly, one of my favorite, if not my favorite. Fubuki's character was really well done. Pretty much all the characters were well done. Gomi Hellstyle, definitely a solid character. Nubia, solid character. Fubuki, solid character. Halara, solid character. Kurumi. If you guys didn't actually know, Kurumi was actually holding the Book of Death there at the house Shinigami in the beginning. I'm just hoping that we get another one, like another game like this. Maybe a continuation. Like, honestly, it'd be nice to see a continuation of the game. Since I don't mind the continuation. Seriously, this game was absolutely insane. And, I enjoyed it. For the most part. Honestly, we still have the DLC extras to go through. There's Halara, Suzuhiko, Fubuki, and then Zubia go through for DLC episodes, which I will be probably vetting those out probably tomorrow because it's Friday and I have a good amount of time. Also, I'm planning this episode to do I don't know, anyways. But this is the end of the main game for RainCode. Now, if you guys want to see fun Let's Play, I have some plans to do. I got a plan to do, more Zelda, I'm planning on doing, Windmaker for the most part. when we hear see the Jack, then Fire Princess is gonna do over again because we have an HD version available. This is the final way to play the HD version of the game. If you guys want to see the HD version of the game, and then it's like, you know, go through all the probably like that HD version of Fire Princess offers Fire Princess HD to the Jack. Also the Fire Princess trailer for like the Unreal Engine release. Check it out when you want. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. Like seriously, one of the bizarrest things I've ever seen. But yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this playthrough until we do the DLC. That is. Oh, cutscene. Oh, stay quiet here.
Somebody stop him! Has anyone seen my daughter? Please! I need information!
We did it, boss! That was easy.
There's a murder investigation over there. Seriously? Again?
All right.
You aren't number one at least. After the ring code. There you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Ring Code. We're gonna take on these side story, the sub stories. Chris and Cat, Lucy's Lucky Day, Rain Cat Dogs, Near Death Detectives, and Thank You, My Detective. So see you guys in the next episode. See you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.